Hello, fellow streamers, how are you? I'm back with this week's review of Paatal Lok Season 2. Agreed, it's been viewed, reviewed incessantly, and Jaideep Palawat has been interrogated, introspected, and celebrated on every possible platform. Well, the man deserves it. After all, he is a Desi hellboy. Hail the tough as nails Hathiram Chaudhry from outer Jamna Par. देखा जाए तो the year has in fact broken the January jinx. After going behind the bars with Black Warrant, we've been raising the bar with the heavyweight Paatal Lok. It's an enviable feat actually because it's not easy to pull off a season 2 that matches up to its season 1. But it did, because the minute you are on, you are hooked episode after episode. Nagaland was an experience in itself to watch, a part of India so conveniently ignored, especially by series/filmmakers that we have today. Agreed, it is not as bloody, brutal, and full of wholesale make gali galoch as that of season 1, but it has the similar streak of compulsive violence, of mystery and history, of secrets and scandal. The distrust is palpable. So is the underlying suspicion, the quiet cover ups, the repressed rage, the seething anger, the hurt. It is a complicated part of the world where season 2 takes root. In we walk into the fiery inferno of the underworld, Paatal Lok season 2, but not before feeling the heat of season 1. I couldn't resist it because watching the two, season 1 and 2, back to back lends a perspective. Now, in this one, two cases arrive on two separate desks: a helpless wife looking for her missing husband, and an influential leader from the northeast found dead, his head decapitated from his body, right before a crucial Naga business summit. You know the two are connected, and that's the genius of writer Sudeep Sharma, to slowly weave the threads of the narrative, so tangled at first, and then, just like that, spinning of the yarn begins. We revisit hell's underbelly and its permanent nivasi, sub jhande attitude wala Hathiram Chaudhry. Still stuck in a promotionless, thankless din raat ki duty, he is less abusive this time round, but his disappointment with the system is very much alive and kicking. Nevertheless, this compulsive do-gooder gets on the missing case while his former junior, now a dashing IPS officer, Ansari, played by the talented Ishfaq Singh, is given the high-profile case to look into. Things run into a spiral with the arrival of one girl who connects them all. Hathiram and Ansari pair up again for an investigation that takes them far east in this 8-episode tightly knit twisted tale of who done it, or rather, with the body count rising in every episode, who is doing it. Now you can sense Hathiram's awkwardness in addressing Ansari as Sir. Yes, he is proud of Ansari, but somewhere you can spot a sense of loss and failure within himself too. If in Kohra, Sudeep transported us to a stonier, cruder, inscrutable Punjab, in Paatal Lok season 2, he has us mesmerized by the East. We find ourselves in a state that's breathtakingly beautiful but heartbreakingly misunderstood. The Nagas are fierce warriors, unrelenting, proud, and strong people. The East is a delicate territory, and one has to approach it with caution, with sensitivity, which to an extent the filmmakers have managed remarkably, no matter what certain critics mouth. They took into account the situation, and maybe that's the reason it took them 5 years to come up with season 2. Now, I thrive on a story well told, and I have to give the devil his due. East or West, this is a story that could have been set anywhere, and it could have been anyone's. Here, everyone has either been to hell or living it. The 8 episodes are truly a masterclass in writing, acting, and direction, as it masterfully touches upon issues that we have faced, witnessed, or been part of: the prejudice over religion, the harassment over sex, the humiliation over sexual identity, the scapegoat of manipulative politics, the victims of a fractured state, corrupt systems, compromised police procedures, poor administration, years of neglect, abuse, violence, and fear that most people, especially women, go through. The undercurrent of anxiety and distrust, the burden of loss, the anger of discrimination and helplessness of being marginalized. There are no sides to be taken here. We are all victims, we are all flawed. Like season 1, there is a history, anatomy, and consequence of violence in season 2. Of one girl put through hell, torture, abuse, chased, hunted, and the man who helps her killed over nothing. Mothers who grieve their lost children, the system that finds a convenient fall guy for their blunders, and at the center of all this, Hathiram Chaudhry. One must remember that he is the epicenter of this series. He is the permanent resident fighting the resident evil, be it his excessive drinking, his domestic drama, his dilemma over continuing with this hellish job, his desperation and helplessness when he is not able to save a life, his resilience of being able to resurrect every time, his dogged pursuit of the truth and justice no matter what. The hellfires burn him, scorch him, but he walks. This unassuming hero who does what he has to do in spite of a mountain of odds stacked against him, even if it is 2 crores and a lucrative job deal. Yes, I do wish the amazing Tilotama Shom SP Meghna Barua, which she played, showed more teeth. But then you never know a writer's mind. Prejudice, where we come from, who we are, our identity and backgrounds, our status and position in society, our rank, our name tag, our religion, our loyalties, our gender, our sexuality, our code of living. Sudeep has based the foundation of a story on who we are. It's an avalanche of action and reaction that alters lives forever. Directed by Avinash Arun Dhaware and produced by Anushka Sharma, Paatal Lok truly takes its characters, especially Inspector Hathiram Chaudhry, to hell and back, and he comes out cleansed, done with it. But are we? I would love to watch him tackle another fire-burning pit. Now, before I go, I'd like to mention the brilliant cast. Nagesh Kukunur as Kapil Reddy, Janu Barua as Uncle Ken, Prateek Pachauri as Bittu Rahman, and the entire cast from the East. Prashant Tamang, and if just to jog your memory, he was also the winner of Indian Idol 2007. Elsie Sekoze, who's another popular musician, Kagirong Gonmei, Roselle Mero, Thei Kedsu, Lovita Morang, and Kenny Basumatri are all on point. Jaideep, he has a phenomenal presence and carries the series like a Gajapati. And in case you're wondering where you've seen this Rose Lizzo before, well, she's Marinla Omsong, an established stand-up comedian who has starred in the hilarious comedy series called My Agent Bollywood on Netflix. It appeared in 2021. And the film, which is pronounced as Akhone, it goes as Axone. So go ahead, stream Paatal Lok season 2 anytime, especially the overworked, underpaid, वक्त के पाबंद लोग. Fikr not, कोई FOMO ना रखें. Till then, stream on and wait for our next review. Ta!